people of Myanmar have been waging a war against the Burmese military in all parts of the country to eradicate the system of dictatorship. Since October 27, 2023, the main area of the operation is the Northern Shan State. This operation was initiated by the Three Brotherhood Alliance (TBA) by launching an offensive against the Burmese military that stated the 2021 February coup. The Three Brotherhood Alliance are Tang National Liberation Army (Tnla), Arakan Army (AA), and Myanmar National Democratic Alliance Army (MNDAA). In addition, Karen National Union, Karen National Liberation Army (KNU/KNLA), Burma People's Liberation Army (BPLA), People's Defense Force Mandalay (PDF Mandalay), Korean Nationalities Defense Force (KNDF), and Chin National Army (CNA) are also collaborating in this operation. This operation was initiated with the goals to safeguard the lives and property of civilians, to self-defense, to eradicate the system of dictatorship, to take effective action against online gambling and fraud businesses, and to ensure stability on border areas. This operation is stemming from the territorial domination intentions of Tang, Kokang, and Rakhine. TNLA's operation area is the largest in this battle. TNLA is leading the operation in many areas of Northern Shan State, aiming to liberate its motherland Tang State. In addition, MNDAA is initiating the operation in Kokang regions, especially in Lao Cai, Chin Shui Ho, and Kongjian townships. After 2 months since the beginning of the operation, TNLA has seized complete control of the towns of Nam San, Nam Kham, Manto, Mai Lo, Nam Tu, and Mai Ngo. In addition, TNLA has in total captured 70 SAC camps, including its strategic camp hills and main bases in townships that TNLA has mobbed out on its agenda as Tang State territory. The Myanmar National Democratic Alliance Army (MNDAA) has also captured 204 SAC camps and taken complete control of the towns of Kongjian, Phang Sai, Kwan Lo, Chin Shui Ho, Juko, and Daini. Furthermore, in Rakhine State, the Arakan Army AA has seized more than 140 SAC camps. The revolutionary forces believe that the morale of the people of Myanmar, who have long been severely oppressed by the military junta, has been lifted, and that the hope of ending the system of military dictatorship in Myanmar is approaching much closer. Here in this article, I would like to present to you the Tang National Liberation Army (TNLA). In this article, let's see whether the TNLA is mapping its motherland Tang State with this 1027 operation. Before mentioning about TNLA, let's have a look back at the revolutionary history of Tang people. Under the leadership of PSF-TNLA, the political thinking and warfare knowledge of Tang people have been awakened only over a decade. Tang people mostly live in Northern Shan State and in remote and mountainous areas in Southern and East Shan State. The primary source of Tang people's income mainly comes from tea-based agriculture. However, although Tang people used to show little interest in warfare and political affairs, following the establishment of TNLA, there has been a positive change and increase in Tang youth political awareness. Tang people have long been marginalized and neglected under the rule of the successive Burmese dictatorship government for more than 70 years. However, just like other ethnic groups in Myanmar, there have been Tang national revolutionary organizations over the years. Palau National Front (PNF), which started in 1963, was formed into the Palau State Liberation Organization, Palau State Liberation Army (PSLO/PSLA) in 1976, which was forced to disarm by the Burmese military in 2005. In 1992, some of the PSLA leaders who were in Manipur territory in Karen State continued and started to form the Plan State Liberation Front PSLF, as they had no confidence in the 1991 ceasefire agreement with the military dictatorship government. After 2005, as the PSLA was disbanded and no longer in charge of local administration, from 2006 onward, incidents of human rights violations, human trafficking, the cultivating, producing and selling of drugs, and drug abuses became more prevalent in the Ang region. In order to prevent and solve these problems, the Tnla National Liberation Army was formed in 2007 by PSLF. An official announcement was made in 2009. Since then, Tnla has vigorously implemented projects and activities of eradicating narcotics and the general administration in the Ang region. Although the Ang National Revolutionary Organizations had been in existence throughout the years, they have not been able to develop the Ang region, which had been lagging behind in every aspect. However, the resurgence of PSLF-Tnla has afforded the organization to exert influence on the Ang communities and the Ang civil society organizations. The main objective of PSLF-Tnla is to build the Ang state that guarantees complete self-determination. Tnla initiated the implementation of basic public services such as education, healthcare, administration, and rural and local development. Under the administration of PSLF, General Administrative Department, Defense Department, Judicial Department, Land and Forest Conservation Department, Department of Women Development, Education Department have been established, and these departments are carrying out local restoration activities.
We have split our land and forest management sections into 4 categories. Firstly, to ensure that landscapes of forests and mountains are lush and green. Secondly, to ensure land for rural and community development be demarcated. Thirdly, to ensure area for projects and economic activities be mapped. And finally, to protect and preserve wildlife. These activities have been completed in 3 districts: Choli district, Manao district, and Namsan district. Prior to the establishment of these lands and forest reservation departments, occasions of bushfire and forest arson were frequent. In some areas, forest fires were intentionally started and wood obtained was turned into charcoal. With this being done by the public as a business, wildlife animals under protection against hunting are still many. Along Choli River in Choli district and up to Momek in Namsan district in the Ang state, land and forests are preserved as nature reserve. We especially conserve elephants, wild bulls, monkeys, and other rare animal species.
Up to this October 2023, PSLF-Tnla has opened basic education, high school, and advanced training school, and is trying to administer up to university level education. In judicial and legislative sector, PSLF-Tnla has opened township level and district level courses to ensure rights protection is practiced through legislation and law enforcement in the Ang region. Moreover, PSLF-Tnla has been able to open the Law Academy School to produce more lawyers and legal advisors.
The rule of law plays a crucial role in order for Tang people in Tang state to live peacefully with their property safely guarded. For that very reason, we are running training courses to ensure that the law is strictly enforced. The Judicial Department is opening training courses for lawyers, officers, and judge officers and on-job training courses. It's the first time we have run training courses for lawyers and judges. We have drawn up training schemes for the courses to be run once a year, aiming to produce more workforce and staff for judicial and legal activities. It's important that legal cases examined and prosecuted justly. Lawyer officers are to lend support to Tang people when they have to bring their cases to court and hire a lawyer.
PSRF TNLA, reformed by former young comrade of PSRO-PSRA, has become the most powerful organization to have own widespread public support in the revolutionary history of Tang ethnic. Within a few years, PSRF TNLA has been able to gather tens of thousands of active personnel in its organization. TNLA, which began its activities in the Tang region, prioritized the eradication of opium cultivation. Clashes between TNLA and the Myanmar military and the People's Militia regularly broke out during periods of TNLA's projects on anti-poppy production and use of it.
After PSLA laid down its arms, Myanmar government permitted the cultivating of poppies in Tang regions, particularly in Pansy areas. 70% of poppies in Tang regions were cultivated in the said areas. After forming PSLF TNLA, no poppy farms in Tang villages could be seen, except in the other ethnic areas and in areas stationed by Burmese troops and people militias. According to our records, we have been able to destroy 4,000 acres of poppy farms, with 1,000 acres still remaining. We could not penetrate into this area as they were controlled by Burmese troops. With area that our access is possible, no poppy farm is left. In Pansy areas, there are also people's militias in addition to the Burmese troops. These people's militias came into formation based on drugs and opium. With any activities of ours to wipe out poppy farms, a clash usually broke out between Burmese troops and our team. The Burmese army invariably provided protection to all poppy farms. Thus, our encounter with them is usually inevitable.
TNLA has garnered more public support as, in the rural and mountainous areas where it actively operates, opium cultivation, drug dealing and consumption drastically decline. However, TNLA must take the time to pursue its goal, which is the image of the Tang state that guarantees full self-determination. After the Myanmar military state a coup on February 1, 2021, the objectives of TNLA became more visible. Why the Myanmar military couldn't focus on fighting against ethnic revolutionary forces as the nationwide armed revolutionary forces emerged, TNLA could seize the opportunity to successfully implement its goals. In addition, TNLA was able to consolidate its forces while the Myanmar military was focusing on the process of oppressing the civilians who were peacefully demonstrating protests against the coup in urban cities. In the last 3 years before the 1027 operation, TNLA could establish institutions for its administration, judicial and public services, such as education and healthcare, in the regions demarcated as Tnla State. In 2022, Tnla could reopen over 300 schools in the Tnla region, which had been closed during the COVID-19 pandemic period and the military coup.
2022-2023 ပညာသင်နှစ်မှာကျွန်တော်တို့ကကျောင်းပေါင်း
Tnla National Education Committee (TNEC) successfully managed to run 369 schools in 2022-2023 academic year in 10 townships. In these 369 schools are 279 primary schools, 78 middle schools, and 12 high schools. In 2023-2024 academic year, we have been able to extend the number of schools up to 381 in the said 10 townships.
382ကျောင်းရှိတာပေါ့
Tnla Community Health Organization (TCHO) was re-established in 2021 to provide ample public health care services. TCHO couldn't only provide public health care services, but also open health-related training schools.
ကျောင်းမဝန်ဆောင်မှုပေးနေတဲ့ကျောင်းမအဖွဲ့တွေအနေနဲ့က
As an organization that provides health service, we have managed to run 18 health departments to provide health service to the public as our first healthcare program. In this first 9 healthcare mega projects, all is being well implemented, except for the expanded program on injection treatment.
ဆောင်ရွက်နေကြတာကိုတွေ့ရတယ်
In the current warfare in northern Shan State, the outposts and bases of the military junta are being seized and occupied one after another, and the administrative system of the junta is in complete chaos. In addition, the armed revolutionary forces throughout the country have also announced their support and participation in this operation. The operation thus has spread beyond northern Shan State and reached Kaya State Karen State, Magway region, Sagaing region, Chin State, Kachin State, and Arakan State. The people of Myanmar are making every effort to turn this 1027 operation into one that ensures the building of the Tnla State, homecoming operation of the Kokan people to their native land, and the eradication of military regime government and the system of dictatorship in Myanmar.